Hey pals! Welcome to episode 35 of my podcast. It is the one with Paige the Framer, and I am your host, Paige Miller. I also am the owner of Frame and Fiber, a custom framing and yarn shop in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. So please, if you're ever in the area, stop on in and it'd be great to see you. So thanks for being with me here today, to all of my subscribers. Thanks again so much for spending time with me. And if this is the first time you are watching the podcast, thank you so much and I welcome you. I hope you find something that you like. So episode 35, it's gonna be a short one. I wanted to get in real quick before Vogue Knitting Live to tell you some interesting facts. One, that I will not be there. But to fill you in on a few things that are happening here and around this podcast and Frame and Fiber. Okay, so number one, I just said, this weekend coming up, today is January 21st. Yes, January 21st. And Vogue Knitting Live is this weekend. I am leaving for Las Vegas, Nevada, the Saturday of Vogue. So I will not be seeing you guys. If you are attending Vogue, I will not be seeing you. I hope you have a great time. That seems like there's going to be so much to see and so much to do. So have a great time. And when you are walking around the floor and, you know, checking out the booths, I would like to plug the Knitting Place. Has a 2-booth space there this year, and Dinah, the owner of the Knitting Place, which is a yarn shop in Port Washington, New York, she contacted me a couple days ago and wanted to know if I'd be interested in sending my giant photo mat or photo frame to her to use in her booth. And I thought, yes. I thought it was so sweet of her. So Dinah, I don't know if you're watching, but thank you so much. I am so, I don't know, it was pretty cool. One, that you even thought of me, and two, that I can't be at Vogue, but I'll have a little bit of a presence there. So stop in and see Dinah, and I think Pam, her co-host of the Knitting Place podcast, will be there with her. And check them out. They have tons of beautiful yarns to offer. You can see and what they're all about at theknittingplace.com if you would like to give them a look-see. And if you're at Vogue, stop in and take a picture with my knit mat. So the hashtags you should use if you're going to post pictures on Instagram, specifically with my photo frame, one could just be hashtag PaigeTheFramer, hashtag Frame and Fiber. What's the other one? Oh, hashtag KnitMatMe. And that is a hashtag that Chevis of the Chevy Rel's Stuff podcast started back when she was giving away a knit mat that I had sent to her. So you can use that as well. And then of course you can use Needles Up, because we will be using that again at Needles Up Maryland this year. And I'm sure, you know, so anyway, lots of the options there. So take your picture with your pals, with my photo frame, and post it on Instagram. I would love to see it and feel like that I'm there with you guys. So yeah, use the hashtag PaigeTheFramer. Yay! Thanks again, Dinah. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great time at Vogue Knitting Live. I will be in Las Vegas for the next week. I will be at the West Coast Art and Framing Expo, which is being held at the Paris Las Vegas Hotel. It's very strange to say that. Jamie, who is my right-hand woman at the frame shop. She is the framer extraordinaire, and she and I will be taking some framing classes to, you know, just further our knowledge of framing. We will meet with some vendors and some suppliers, hoping to meet up with some friends in the framing world. So it should be fun. Not as fun as a knitting show, but I am a picture framer after all. Let's talk about the New to You make-along that I am co-hosting with 14 other makers and podcasters. It is pretty cool. The girls at the Cocktail Hour at the Coop podcast came up with the idea to do this make-along and invited us, a bunch of us, to co-host it with them. So I think if you have been paying attention to Instagram or any of the other podcasters' podcasts, you've already heard a ton about it. I did talk about it in my last podcast, but just to reiterate, it is a make-along, so any type of craft that you would like to try. It runs from January 1st to February 14th, and the only rules really is to try something that's new to you and post it on Instagram using the hashtag #NewToYouMAL. Yes, that's it. And that's pretty much it. And the girls at the Cocktail Hour at the Coop will be the ones drawing the winner of the grand prize, which is a prize that consists of a prize from each one of us who are hosting. So that's about a 14-piece prize right there. It's pretty large. And then also each one of us will be picking a winner for an individual prize from each of us. So that's a lot of prizes. There will be 15 winners, which is pretty cool. The hashtag has been really cool to watch. Even if you're not going to join us, check out that hashtag, because so many people are trying very new to them things, and it's so cool to see. I've had a fun time not only seeing the things that you guys are making, but reposting them in my stories just to share with my followers all of the cool things that are happening during this make-along. So I'm excited to be a part of it. I think it was a great idea. I also think it was a great idea to co-host it with so many other people, because it's kind of like we're a team and we're like doing it all teamwork. It's teamwork. That's what I mean to say. We're all promoting it, we're all hosting it, and so it gets more people involved, and it just seems like it brings our big community and makes everyone, I don't know, all the connections. It's pretty cool. So join us, will you? It's really fun. I think that's it for the administrative stuff. I did want to mention, oh, no, that's not it. So, Knit Night at my shop in Point Pleasant, Frame and Fiber, is every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Oh, excuse me, burp. I'm such a pig. So if you are local, please join us at 6 p.m. on Tuesday evenings. This Tuesday I will be there, but next Tuesday I will be in Las Vegas. And so my friend and amazing knitter Carol has stepped up and offered to host. So you guys, knit away. Stop on in. This Thursday at 7 p.m. you can join us virtually for Knit Night at the on Facebook. I have a group called VKN with PaigeTheFramer, so you can search that out and join that group for all of the information regarding virtual knit nights on Thursday nights. So we will have it this Thursday. The Thursday that I am in Las Vegas, which is next Thursday. I don't know what the date is. I'll put it down here. We will not be knitting that evening. So this week, definitely join us at 7 p.m. If you are not on Facebook, if you're not a Facebook user, I'm not really a Facebook user personally. It's more for just for my business and connecting with my customers. So I'm not on there as much either. So I totally get it if you don't use Facebook. So you can just send me a direct message on Instagram, or you can send me an email at PaigeTheFramer@gmail.com, and I will give you the information on joining the virtual knit nights. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys and to knit with all y'all from all over. It's really fun, and you never know who's gonna pop in. I definitely have regulars, which thank you regulars for always being there. You know, and it's fun. So please join us. And I know it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to do it the first time. Like you're not sure how it's gonna work as far as the computer, and then like how does like, don't worry about it. All of us have been there, done that, have made some silly, you know, didn't realize we left our microphone on and we're saying some weird things. Like, it's me. It's totally fine. Join us. We want you to knit with us. All right, that's cool. Virtual knit night. Okay, so the other thing that we need to discuss is the giveaway from last episode. If you watched last episode, I visited the Yarn Attic, which is a yarn shop in Hillsborough, New Jersey, and I bought a prize for you guys. So it was a giveaway last episode, and I forget how many entries there were, but there was like 70 something entries, and I just used random number generator, and the winner is Vicky Shaw. So Vicky, if you are watching, please get in touch with me. I will need your address to send you your prize. Again, if you're on Instagram, please direct message me, and if you're not, you can send me an email. It is at PaigeTheFramer@gmail.com. And your prize is from the Yarn Attic. So this is not yarn from my shop. This is stuff that I got for you from the Yarn Attic. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Oh yeah, there we go. So this right here is the Rowan Silk Haze, Kid Silk Haze. No, I forget the name of it. Silk Haze, yes. And then this is Madeline Tosh in her DK. Tosh DK. These colors are great. They're very similar to the color of the pattern. And that's the Kobuk pattern. Kobuk, yes. Kobuk pattern by Caitlin Hunter. Really cool hat. So I will send this off to you, Vicky. I hope you enjoy it. The Yarn Attic is a great store. You guys should definitely check them out. Even if you're not local, they do have a really cool online shop, theyarnattic.com. Yay! All right, so that is, you are the winner, Vicky. Get in touch with me. But you guys, I've decided to do another giveaway this week. Prizes are good, right? I love prizes. Okay, so I went last week and visited Christina at Chelsea Yarns. I made a picture frame for her. I will insert it here. I wanted to drop it off to her, and I figured since I was there, I should get you guys a prize. So Christina, who owns Chelsea Yarns, you can check her out at chelseayarns.com. You can visit with Christina and Miriam, her co-host of the Chelsea Pearls podcast here on YouTube. Really cool ladies. I absolutely love them. And Christina is a yarn dyer. This is her Chelsea Luxe. It is called Chelsea Luxe Buxom because this is their chunky weight yarn, or bulky weight, I guess I should say. Oh, look at that. So there we go, Chelsea Luxe. No, don't focus on me. There we go. Look at those colors. So this will be given to one of you luckies out there. Okay, so the way you can enter to win this lovely skein of Chelsea Luxe Buxom. Oh, it's called Chelsea Party. That's the colorway. So to win this skein, just please comment below and let me know what chunky weight or bulky weight hat pattern you would like to make with this. Yeah, share what pattern you think this would be good for. That's it. Knitting or crocheting, it does not matter. I had a great time visiting Christina. She is a lovely human who was way too good to me So let me show you some acquisitions I got from Chelsea Yarns. Okay, so Chelsea Yarns is obviously the home of Chelsea Luxe, Christina's hand-dyed yarn, but she has a huge, beautifully curated selection of yarns, and she carries Woolfolk, and I've never worked with Woolfolk. I've always wanted to, you know, such gorgeous, I've seen it, I've been places, but I've never worked with it. So she had a sample of the farmhouse shawl. Yes, farmhouse shawl. Worked up in this Woolfolk far. This is an I-cord type yarn. Kind of yarn. It's really lovely. It has a really lovely puff to it. It's very plush, and I think it's because of the construction of the yarn. That's my thought. It also has to do with the fiber content. It is 100% Ovis 21 Ultimate Merino wool. It is beyond squishy. It is beyond soft. So I can't wait to work with this. I think I will end up making that farmhouse shawl. I think I will do that. Just because the pattern looked so pretty worked up in this, and it's simple enough that I really think it'll let the yarn do the talking instead of the pattern. So I got this, my first Woolfolk. I'm real fancy. And then Miss Christina, as I was leaving, she like threw this into my bag. Oh, Christina. So I am not sure if this is going to be a keeper or a giveaway. I have no idea. But you guys, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. So she gave me a skein of Chelsea Luxe on her DK weight, and it is in the colorway denim, and it's pretty freaking amazing. It's a beautiful tonal navy. It's perfect. And with it, she threw in Shibui, the Silk Cloud. I don't know what colorway this is. Color 2016. I feel like this is the combination that she uses for her road trip hat, which I think she gave me the pattern for. So that is beautiful. Chelsea Luxe. You should get your hands on some of this stuff. So that was my acquisitions, and I think I will, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep that one or if I'm going to give that away. Or I'll make something, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, check out Chelsea Yarns, chelseayarns.com, and the Chelsea Pearls podcast. Moving on. Oh, and did I mention why I made a frame for Christina? I don't think I did. So I made a frame for Christina's very large enamel pin collection. An extensive enamel pin collection. So yeah, it's going to be really cute. I can't wait to see how many pins she has that she puts on this frame. It'll look really cute. I have a frame at the shop, which I need to take a picture of and show you guys, that has my enamel pin collection on it. It's a very small enamel pin collection, but I do have a small frame with my pins. And that's something that if you are interested in me as a picture framer, can make you, the knitter, a picture frame for you to put your enamel pins on. I use for myself, I used a piece of white foam board, and for Christina's frame, I used a piece of cork board. Looks really pretty both ways. Yeah, so I'm excited that I got to make her a frame. Okay, I want to show you a present that I got from a local knitter slash crocheter slash customer. Although it's not technically from her, it's from her aunt. So Tracy, who is a local, who I think she was at a knit night with me when I saw these. And they had me laughing so hard. I loved them so much. Her aunt made them for her. Let me take these off and show you what I'm talking about. Do you see them? They're owls. Stop. Stop it. Okay, so her aunt made these for her. I think she said her aunt is in her 80s maybe? And she is still a making queen. Like, this is her aunt's own pattern. Is this not the most fabulous? They're so big and thick and warm. They actually fit on my ankles over my foot, so I can wear them as boot cuffs, which tell me that's not a cute boot cuff. Oh, I just love them. Yeah, she came into the shop this week with a little prize. It was all wrapped in a cute little package. Thank you, Tracy. Tell your aunt I said they're brilliant. Gosh, I love it. There they are. Boot cuffs. No, wrist warmers. Owl wrist warmers. All right. Thanks, lady. Thanks for my prize. Do you guys have, I don't know, this is so cute, right? You've got to have something either at home that someone made for you or you made for someone that is like so over the top ridiculous and cute. And maybe the average person would be like, yeah, I'm not wearing those. But I'm wearing these because they kick butt. All right, so I guess on to the making, right? Here's a finished object that I'm wearing. Oh, here's something we can argue about. Paul Miller thinks that my tassel is too big for my hat. Do you think this is too big? Come on, Paul Miller. Look how cute that is. Oh, look how cute my tassel is. Stop. Paul Miller? Do you like how I yell at Paul Miller? He's not even home, he's working. I love this tassel. And yes, it is large. Can't get it to go. But today was 15 degrees with a wind chill factor of like negative something. So I would just like to say that I am toasty and stinking cute in my hat with the tassel. Giant tassels. Giant tassels. Anyway, so this hat is made from the yarn that used to hang right there. That right there is my first skein of hand spun, which I still haven't used because once I use it, it's not my first skein of hand spun anymore. So that's why that's there. But that's there because this yarn is no longer there. So this is a kit that I bought from Tidal Yarns. Let me show you Patricia's card. Patricia Fortinsky, TidalYarns.com. Do you see what that says? Naturally dyed and hand spun yarns. As in, she dyes all of this yarn and she spins all of this yarn. And I was reading on her website, and I think I've remembered it correctly, but she gets all of her wool locally sourced. I don't know if it's necessarily all from where she is, which is in Pennsylvania, or if it's, you know, national, but they're American sheeps. So how pretty stinking cool is that? How pretty stinking cool is that? So this was a 6 mini skein set. It was 36 yards per ball, and it was color A, B, C, D, and E, and then you repeat. But that sounds like that would only be 5 skeins. This color was, I got 2 skeins because the top of the hat. That now I look like a Grand Poobah. Wasn't that Grand Poobah's? That was Mr. Cunningham, right? From, was it Mr. Cunningham? Grand Poobah's. I want to be, no, or was that Fred Flintstone? Well, one of them. I feel like that. Didn't they have tassels? They hung off of their red hats. That is a pretty big tassel. This hat is so stinking cute. I think I'm gonna live in it. I'm sorry I'm looking above you guys. I'm looking at the viewfinder. I can see myself in my hat and it is like, it's the cutest hat. Let's see that. Oh my gosh. Come on, that's just fun. So I had a great time knitting this. I knit this hat in like, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours. It was like 2 evenings and I was done. Which is why I need to make more hats, because they are instant gratification. This yarn was fabulous to work with, super toasty. It's not, you know, it is a rustic hand spun yarn. It's not that itchy. Like, it really isn't. I'm not too sensitive to wool, but I do, I mean, you know, scratchy wool is going to itch me, so this isn't that bad. I mean, if you are sensitive, it might be too much for you, but, and maybe you wouldn't want to wear it as a hat. You could do something that's not against your skin, or you could just wear it like that, and then you wouldn't feel it at all. So anyway, this yarn is beautiful. Tidal Yarns, please check her out. Patricia vends at Maryland's Sheep and Wool, and she vends at Rhinebeck. Those are the 2 places that I have seen her. I'm sure she does other places as well. I first saw her at Maryland and then bought this in Rhinebeck because I couldn't pass it up a second time. So it's incredible. I love it. I need to get in touch with her because she needs to come to Frame and Fiber, because y'all need to see this yarn in person. Her display, you need to find her booth at the places, at the sheep shows, because her booth is so pretty. Everything she does, beautiful. And like the ladies who were in her booth all had sweaters on made out of her yarn, and they were just like, I don't know. They were very cool. Anyway, Tidal Yarns. This is the hat. Oh, this hat, the kit comes with a pattern to make this hat. So I didn't do anything different from the pattern except for the cast on. I did a tubular cast on. Other than that, it's follow the pattern exact. And so when you buy this mini skein kit, you get the hat pattern to go with it. I have a few balls left over, but not much. Like, this is, wow, is that really? This is all I have left over. Now, you do see that I made the most gigantic tassel on the planet. But this is all I have left. So that's not much yarn. I mean, maybe 10 grams? No, not 10 grams, less. So that'll end up in a scrappy project, which I'm on the hunt for a scrappy project. So if you guys can recommend one. I'm thinking of a blanket, but I don't know. Anyway, so that is this. So that is my only finished object I'm going to be showing you today, because I think that's the only finished object I have today. Let's move on to my whips, shall we? So I was cleaning out, we're not cleaning out, I was going through some project bags because I misplaced a pair of scissors that I really want to find. You know the scissors that look like they're shaped like a stork? They're really lovely and small. I love them. I misplaced them. I looked in this bag and I found this yarn that I had caked up and had wanted to make a sock out of, and I had like my finger right here, this finger, that's how much I had cast on. When did I cast these on? ages ago. I do not remember casting them on. Oh, sorry. So I started knitting on these, and I think this makes me happy that I found these for several reasons. This is one of my most favorite colorways of all time from, well, I shouldn't say that. Not of all time. Take the all time part off of that sentence. One of my favorite colorways from my ladies at Toad Hollow. This is such pretty yarn. So I have it skeined up in 2 balls because I originally was going to knit these socks 2 at a time. And I'm not sure why I didn't knit them 2 at a time. I cannot really speak to that. But there it is. So the good timing is my plane ride to Las Vegas and all of that airport shenanigans that happen when you fly. I will be able to work on these. So this colorway is, I always forget the name of it. Court of the Fairy Queen? Court of the Fairy Queen. Shoot. It is beautiful. And I'm not, well, I say this, I'm not really a pastel-y. Nope, not gonna say that. I'm lying about that. I love all colors. This is beautiful. So, yes, it's not much to talk about because it's such a little bit of knitting, but I wanted to show you because I'm hoping with my trip that when I come back, I'll at least have 1 sock finished. We'll see, because I plan on bringing other things. I did start a scrappy project. Was there anything else to say about that? Oh, so I will say that this is, I'm not following a pattern. It's just a plain old vanilla sock. It is a 64 stitch, right? Yeah, cast on 64 stitches. I'm doing it on a US 0. Is it a 0 or a 00? A 0. I like a really tight, dense gauge for my socks. Toad Hollow, living in my Mrs. Brown's bag. My cuff down. That's it too. I haven't done a cuff down sock in forever. Huh. Look at me breaking all the rules. There are no rules in knitting. I don't know why I just said that. Okay, so I did cast on, this is so funny, it's so tiny. I don't even know why I'm showing this to you. Let's see. There's a new scrappy fingering weight blanket that has hit our crafting community. And it is the Northeasterly blanket by Melissa Alexander, who is Skenanigans here on, nope, on Instagram and on YouTube. Her podcast is called Dropped Stitches. Nope, Dungeons and Drop Stitches. I always get that. I say it backwards all the time. So I'm sure you've seen this. It is the Northeasterly. And this is the tiniest beginnings of a blanket. But it's really fun. I like the construction of this one. So this is, it's just fun. It's going to have this, the edges are going to be chevron. It's a chevron pattern. And you just knit as you go and you pick up the sides and you just keep adding width and height. It's really cute. This is yarn from Moonstone Dye Works. This was her Halloween colorway 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. It is something undead. I forget what the name of it is. If I can remember, I'll put it down here. But that is a pretty, pretty colorway. Such a cool colorway. So yeah, that is my fingering weight blanket. First one ever. Usually I double up or triple up my yarns to get a Aran or bulky weight so I can make blankets that go fast. I don't generally like to spend a lot of time on projects like that because I either get bored or I just don't like them sitting around for that long. I get like anxious. So we'll see how this goes. If I get too anxious with it, I might just make it into maybe a little throw or a little mat, something. We'll see, something. But it's cute and it's fun so far. I like the construction of it. It's fun. Next. I feel like I'm going way too fast and I'm not making any sense. More progress on my Midnight Snow Colorwork Socks by Natalie Sheldon, who is known as and loved for Remembrance's Pottery. Yep, she's not just a talented potter, but she's a talented knitter who writes incredibly complicated colorwork patterns that are drop dead insanely beautiful. Natalie, and you know, she has a full-time job. Like, the woman is inspiring to say the least. I feel like she must have a really good sense of organization and discipline to be able to do all that she does. So, do you see this sock? Do you see this sock? This thing is gorgeous. I will be bringing this on my trip as well. I'm almost finished with the leg chart, and then I will do the heel. I think I haven't looked over the pattern to figure out if I can, but I think I might be substituting an afterthought heel for it. But I'm not sure. I forget what heel she has you doing. So depending on what heel it is, I might change it up. My little progress keeper. Let's see if I can show you my progress keeper. It's a Sucre Miniatures taco. So cute. These are on my ChowGoo interchangeable set, and I think this is a bigger needle than I normally use. I think I followed the pattern for this. Oh, it is hard for my eyeballs. Oh no, I think it's on a US 1, so that's a 2.25 millimeter. So it's a little bit bigger than what I normally do, but it is color work, so ooh, look at it. It's so pretty. Not a beginner color work pattern. However, it is a fun pattern and you should challenge yourself to do it. This is one of my entries into the new to you make along because I've never done a color work sock before. I do lots of color work, so you know, whatever. Yeah, beautiful pattern. And speaking of Natalie and her beautiful pattern, she already announced it on Instagram, so now I feel like I can announce it here. Natalie is sending me pottery to sell at my shop for the New Jersey Will Walk coming up in April. Did you hear that? You know that elusive, beautiful mug that you can never get your hands on? I'm gonna have some of them in my store. Yes, I'm keeping one for myself. So the amount she's sending me will be -1 because I will be keeping it. But I'm so excited. Natalie and I started talking about this probably a year ago. I think it was right around the time of Vogue Knitting Live last year. And I am so excited to have her pottery in my shop. So if you're local and you were planning on attending or participating in the New Jersey Will Walk, it is April 4th through the 7th. And I will have Natalie's mugs, and she's doing mugs and she's doing small either notions or tea bag dishes. They're so cute and I really want them. You need to see them. They're adorable. So they will be in the shop. I don't know how long they'll last, and I'm wondering if I should Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how long they'll last, but maybe I will set some aside for each day. It depends on how much Natalie's able to send to me. I will figure that out, but I'm so excited. I mean, like, really excited. Like, I know I say I'm really excited all the time, and sometimes it's ridiculous that I say that, but this time I'm flippin' excited. And I have a feeling all y'all knitters out there who live close to me and will be coming to the Wool Walk are probably excited too. Yay! All right, so what else did I want to show you? Oh, so my Bodie cardigan is coming along. I definitely realize I am a slow knitter, but that's good. I'm only one skein into the Bodie. Oh, it's rolling across the floor. This is all I have left of the one skein, so I think tonight I will be adding. So I finished the first section of, it looks huge on the screen. It is not that big, and it's not that yellow, it's more goldeny. So I finished the first pattern repeat, which is a star crest pattern, and then I did my first knitted welt, and then a stepping kind of pattern, like a step. It's a purl step. It's so pretty. The yarn is Nova Worsted by Luna Gray Fiber Arts, which is this yarn right here. Nova Worsted. Right now it's looking a little bit more yellowy. In real life it is more golden, and it's called Honeycomb. And this is dyed, hand dyed by Jackie, the owner of Luna Gray Fiber Arts in Colorado, and it's beautiful. I sell this in my shop and I love it so much. I sell two of her yarns right now in my store. I have the Nova Worsted, which is 100% merino wool. It is not machine washable. And then I also sell her, oh, it's such a lovely blend. It's, I forget the percentage, but it's Polworth and silk, and it's lovely. Also hand wash, and her colors are just great. I love the way the non-superwash yarns take the colors in a much more mild way. They're so pretty, kind of like this, even though that's pretty intense right there. Anyway, I love Jackie's yarns. Luna Gray Fiber Arts, look her up for sure. And if you pop into my store, make sure you take a look at it. So it's coming along. It's funny, it looks really big, and I feel like I should be remeasuring because I am on gauge. It's the exact size that the pattern says it should be, but I just feel like it's kind of big. I don't know. It is an outer garment, so I should take that into consideration. Trust the pattern, Paige. Trust the pattern. I can't tell you exactly what needle size I'm using because this cardigan, the Bodie cardigan by Elizabeth Dougherty, you change the needles quite often. Like, I've used 3 different size needles already to do this section, this tiny little stripy welty thing, and then this. They're 3 different sizes. So it is a little bit, you do have to pay attention to all the different changes when doing this pattern. So I don't know if I'm going to bring this with me to Las Vegas, just because I don't want to screw anything up because I'm not 100% focused on it. So what I think I might need to do, like, now that I've been spending some time with this pattern, it's not hard. It is complicated, but it's not hard. But because I do have to think, I feel like this might be a long-term sweater project, obviously, because I think I started it when? January? It is January, right before Christmas. Probably before that, whatever. I started it a while ago and I'm not that far into it. So I have a feeling it's going to take me quite some time to finish it. So I think I want to kind of swatch for another sweater, just to be working on one that's a little bit easier, maybe like a colorwork yoke, which is mostly stockinette, My friend Katie is having a baby, so maybe I will start looking into making sweaters for the baby. So yeah, I'm gonna have to search around because I don't have that many whips, but, and I don't like to have a lot of whips on my needles. I don't like things sitting around for a long time. Like for instance, my bald baby, she still needs hair. So I don't like when I do that kind of stuff, and I don't want that to happen with these projects. So I don't want to cast on too many things. I don't like doing that. But I do want to make a sweater that's a little bit faster than the Bodie, which I know you're thinking, if I do that, then I'm taking more time away from the Bodie, and then am I really getting things done quickly? I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I can't really work on my Bodie like at midnight or something. I don't think it's possible. So there you have it. That is all of my knitting. I really don't have much else to show you guys. So, what is this? Nope. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I just said I don't like things sitting around, and yet here's those socks. Remember, they were supposed to be my March socks last year. These are my knee socks with a really shallow heel. What is that? I just need to finish the cuff and cut in the heel. And why haven't I done this? Because I'm a slacker? Yes, that is why. I need to finish up some of these socks. I need to figure out my sweater life. That's what I need to do. Figure out my life. All right, so this is the one with the giant tassel, don't you think? All right, kids. I will see you next time. Please, if you're new here and enjoy hanging out with me, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you'll get notifications. Follow me on Instagram because that's where I will talk about some of this stuff and you'll see more of my progress and I'll be able to see your stuff. I do go live every Wednesday in the afternoon with Allison of Daisy Lane Design on Instagram, and shenanigans definitely ensue there. Last week I aspirated water and was choking. Holy mackerel. But anyway, that's it. Signing off for now. I will see you guys next time when I get back from Las Vegas. Yay! Oh man, 15 degrees here, 65 degrees there. Bye. I say just take a picture in the oh, cat. Go away. I suck at this today.